Hey there, boys and girls. It is Roxors with another Theorycraft Thursday episode here, where we build decks and take names. At least that's what we're hoping. So I've been playing some ranked as of late. Too much chagrin, but I'd like to kind of, let's see here. I've been seeing a lot of chaos, and specifically I guess what seems to be the only competitive deck, and that's the Chaos Quick Quest, which utilizes the Blood Reaver Chieftains. We'll get right into the deck builder here. I can't help but think that maybe we can, how do I say, maybe up the chances of it actually doing what it wants to do. I feel like, part of this is just chaos in general, but I feel like a lot of it seems to be like a coin toss. More specifically, that people are really hoping that the first blessing that they uncover, obviously, is Unrivaled Battle Lust, which is almost like I don't even know. I don't know exact math, but it seems like an 80% win rate if this just pops as your first one. And consequently, I play a lot of people that is the first one. It's more my luck than anything, I think. But so if that's what the game plan is, and then we're using Blood Reaver Chieftains as our main questers, reason being is that the first two corners, much like Riptooth Mega Boss, I think it's Riptooth. I know it's Riptooth, but in Destruction, it's unit damage, and most units that you play, at least in these alliances, you play them and then they do damage the next turn, so it's very natural. These guys are a little bit easier in that after you do your damage, you just play another guy, and then Chaos tends to play a lot of damaging abilities, so that doesn't seem like a big problem either. So if we're going to try to mimic this, we're definitely going to need two Chieftains, which brings us up only to 6 points. And then typically what you're seeing is you're seeing a disconnect incoming. The perils of driving and building. But, so typically what you tend to see as the, if you will, guy in the middle, get right back into it, is a Blood Thirster or Archaon himself. There's your Archaon. That'll bring us up to 19 points. And then obviously you only have the option to play the little dork in the corner. The Bloodthirster brings us to 16, which gives us a little bit more space, but typically people just play the Chaos Dork for 1. I think you get another health out of it too. I like the Bloodthirster, but then I like Archaon for the idea that you can add some spells, or at least some spell abilities. Gift of Change comes to mind. Maybe against the Mirror, you play Blood for the Blood God, get 5 health out of somebody who's done, trigger Last Stand, all that good stuff. Which got me thinking, why can't we have our cake and eat it too? So, I took away all my things. So if we're playing the Chieftains, and we play a Bloodthirster, we're still all warriors, right? But then, instead of just playing a little Chaos Dork, who seems to be the forgotten child in that matchup. You don't see a lot of units played there. Sometimes when they're trying to vomit out their hand, but really a lot of the focus is on your Blood Reavers, which it should be. So then I started thinking, alright, if we do play maximum points, we play the Iridescent Horror, because again, that's all that we can fit, is there anything that brings to the table that Archaon himself wasn't already doing? And I felt like Archaon was, had units on him usually some sort of demon. So obviously we don't have the option of doing units, so are there any spells? And then we started thinking about the fact that we're, hard up to get Unrivaled Battle Lust. Well, is Khorne's Chosen not kind of the same thing? Obviously it's at a lower power. It doesn't hurt you, though. It's 4-corner thing. It doesn't turn on until 3, but it seems like a very easy, set it and forget it. You can play it on turn 1, and have a couple turns to draw cards to really combo it out. But it also allows us to play 3 of them. So does that not, if we're going to add, let's add the blessings to our deck for a 34 or 24 card deck, 34 card deck, I don't know what I'm thinking. Now we've got 4 copies of that. So I feel like we increased our chances, of a damage boosting effect. I started thinking about damage boosting, so I think these guys for units seem really good. These are the ones that buff to either side of them, so it seems like a great candidate for on top of the Bloodthirster, and the Bloodthirster himself is also buffing damage too, so I feel like we're going to have some really strong turns and probably some pretty crazy draws. Which might, again, what we're trying to do here is just make it a little bit more reliable. That's at least the game plan. So, Bloodthirster, I haven't really delved into so he's damage unit. So we do need demons in this, which is fine, because a lot of the demons tend to be good. And that also allows us to play Gift of Change if we really wanted to as well. So the biggest thing when including a wizard is to make sure that they're not just a dead unit. Even though the Chaos Champion is forgotten typically, if you have an overabundance of units, you can play it there. If you don't have a spell, that guy's not doing anything. You don't want to have too many spells because then you don't have places to do it. So you don't have places to put it. I don't know if we're going to be doing Pain-Induced Fury. Let's just kind of add some units here to see where we're going. If we want damage buffing things, you want to be able to dual damage right when you enter play, because you're trying to dodge removal. You can line things up to a certain extent. Okay, these guys are going to rotate together, but now we're kind of playing like order and just hoping we don't get removed. So I'd like the core gas. It adds a little bit of interaction with the opponent, and they do 2 damage immediately, which seems pretty good. Also, just trying to think of the field, like there's aggro death, there's aggro destruction. Destruction doesn't know anything but aggro. I like these guys, the Rend. They give us the last stand trigger if we're going to do any removal shenanigans, which I feel like the Insatiable Blood Reavers are good also in the mirror, gives you a tiny bit of healing, which you might need. Also triggers that removal. So let's get those guys in there. We still need demons. I don't see a reason not to play a pack of Bloodletters. Instant damage, like I said. 4 corners, so typically hits all the things that we need. Let's see. I don't know how much self-damage we want. So, I'm reluctant to play the Screamers, even though I really like them. But if I play Transmogrifying Flamers, you obviously want some more demons. So what are we at now? We're at 18. Alright, abilities. I feel like we're gonna play Furious Strikes. This is a great thing to play immediately to get those, the Bloodthirster's first corner. It's gonna do 5 damage. So, I don't know if we're doing Opportunity Strikes. It is another ability. I can't see any reason to have tacticals because I don't know if that's going to matter as much. So what other abilities? I'm not auto-including Blood Hunt because my thought is that if we're removing something, we might be just slowing ourselves down. So if we have the space, sure, we're already at 21. I think a Demonic Fury, since we have, maybe just a single. Play that over the Bloodthirster. That could be like the first thing he does. What else? Maybe we do play, Scorn of Sorcery. Not really worried about spells. It is just 2 damage, but so is Opportunity Strike, So if that's the case, then why not just play Opportunity Strike? Frenzied Devotion. 2 damage to ourselves. Choose any last stand. Not having a ton of last stand. Alright, so let's do 2 Opportunity Strikes. let's do a gift of change for our little wizard guy. Because ultimately we want him to be playing, whatchamacallit, Corn's Chosen. But if he's not, I think maybe a one of Mystic Shield too. If we don't have Corn's Chosen and we're taking some lumps, just a big turn coming, take 2 off of it. I think that might be a good use for him on the side. We're at 26 now without any blood hunts. What do we have for units? We're at 15, which is a little low for what we're trying to do. Who else are we missing that's like instant damage? I don't know if we need... Now we have a gift of change. I like starving flesh hounds, but we're trying not to be super contingent on what's going on around us. So I don't know if we want to... I mean, we do have a gift of change, so we can get rid of them. What about maybe 2 of them? And then maybe... Now, is it gift of change, or is it blood for the blood god? It might be blood for the blood god, because again, I'm thinking of the mirror. And then, yeah, if we do like 2 blood for the blood gods, we might not have blood hunts. Is that a thing? Not removal? Oh boy. So now the question is just, do we do another blood hunt, or blood for the blood god for more healing, or do we want more demon searching? That's a great question. We'll start with more healing and then see how that goes. Alright, blessings, finish them off. Unrivaled Battlelust we already have, because that is an auto-include. I feel like Outrageous Carnage is really good. 4 damage, remove, no complaints. Total Carnage, we're going to get down to 15 one way or the other. Whatever's on that thing is going to buff. We're not going to probably complete the wizard, so if it's hiding under him, that's okay. The thing is that you don't want it to pop open on something that's like irrelevant. And it would be irrelevant on him, but we're also not going to see it. So if it's hidden, it's fine. I don't think we want Wanton Destruction. I think that might just kill us. If we did Restorations, I think we might just go for Chaos Runeblade. At least for the get-go. Let's just try it out. Alright. I think it's a thing. I think it's a deck. I don't claim to know Chaos Quick Quest or be good at it. I tend to play fun, high damage Chaos builds, as you can see probably from my other ones. Let's see. Chaos. Oh, that's Jesus. Chaos. I'm trying to think what's gonna fit. Alright, let's see. Chaos. Theory Quest? Does that fit? Theory Quest? Nope. So Theory Quick Quest. Boom. QQ. Because if I beat somebody, they will probably QQ, right? Alright, well there you go. And yeah, like I said, here's kind of my I mean, a lot of them haven't been updated, but removal based stuff, Valkyrie rotations, which we've got videos of on the channel. Be sure to check those out. I also, and it's no shameless plug, but I also think that people should kind of look at different videos, not necessarily on my channel, but please do. But look through a lot of videos, because sometimes if you watch enough, it's similar to if you try to figure out a problem, maybe somebody outside of the problem, third party, can help you. If you look at enough videos, if you go through my chaos playlist and look at 3 different decks, you yourself might look at, oh wait, here's an interaction that Roxor's missed, or here's an interaction that I want to see, or I want to build a deck around. I encourage that stuff. I think that's a good place, and frankly, how I come up with decks myself. I saw Chaos Quick Quest, I saw what people are trying to do, and I'm just trying to make it more reliable, or at a bare minimum have more fun with it. I think wizards are fun. maybe they're not optimal, but hey, we got a new set coming out, of which stay tuned, because if I don't get any exclusive spoilers myself, we will be doing some reviews on what we see. So far, there's been a lot of good cards. Starting to get a feel for what it is, and you know, kind of give it a grade maybe when they're all revealed, or yeah, so stay tuned. But we're gonna take this new Chaos Quick Quest, new and improved. I don't want to say improved. We will double check how improved it actually is, but we'll take it for a spin and definitely do some ranked with it, because that's kind of what we're gearing up for and what we're gonna see. So thanks for watching, guys. Rock Swords, your boxers. I'll see you soon.